To study word stress, we must understand that many words are made up of more than one syllable. A syllable is a unit of pronunciation that has only one vowel sound. The vowel sounds are related to A, E, I, O, and U. All syllables in a word are not of equal importance. This is different from many other languages. Some syllables will be louder, held longer, and have higher pitch than other syllables in the word. Here's an example. Roses has 2 syllables. Rose, the first syllable, has 1 vowel, O. The second syllable, is, has 1 vowel, the E. Don't treat the 2 syllables equally. Only one will be stressed. For 2-syllable nouns, we usually stress the first syllable. Roses, not roses. Violets, not violets. Honey, not honey. Well, if a word has only 1 syllable, like word, the stress is easy. You have no choices. But we will look at rules for determining stress in words that have more than 1 syllable. Nouns and adjectives. Nouns and adjectives usually receive first syllable stress if they are 2-syllable words. Rabbit, blossom, permit, addict, conduct, pretty. Notice that you might use part of your face to help you achieve the stress on the first syllable. So watch my eyebrows when I say these words. My eyebrows will go up on the first syllable. You don't have to do that, but it's an observation and sometimes it could be useful. Rabbit, blossom, permit, addict, conduct, pretty. We also have 2 or 3 word nouns called compound nouns. We always stress the first word in such a compound noun. Parking lot, credit card, bookmark, football, database. Notice I did not say database. I said database, database. Try having your finger go up with a pitch. Database, laptop, baseball bat, bedroom furniture. So when I said bedroom furniture, I had a lot of energy on the word bed. Bed. And then on room, I relaxed. Bedroom, bedroom. So what I find with non-native speakers whom I teach is that they don't know how to relax on the syllables that we don't stress. They have too much energy put forth on the word room when we say bedroom. They'll say bedroom. That's too much energy. You need time to relax. We relax in between stresses. Bedroom, very relaxing, falling down on the word room. Bedroom furniture. Example sentences. The woman has a credit card. So I stressed the word woman on the first syllable and credit card on the first syllable of the first word in credit card. Notice again how I go up on w and I go up on cred, and then I relax right after it. The woman has a credit card. The woman has a credit card. Put sunglasses on your checklist. Put sunglasses on your checklist. Try to repeat after me And after you watch this lesson, you can use the repetition audio in the downloadable section to further practice these sentences. Practice makes perfect. The Russian needs a green card. So the word card was much lower than green. Green card. Up, down. Energy, relax. Green card. The Russian needs a green card. The bus driver bought a plane ticket. The bus driver bought a plane ticket. The bus driver bought a plane ticket. Now you can use your hands to stress these words and to stress the stressed syllables. The bus driver bought a plane ticket. The football coach gave me his cell phone number. In this sentence, we have very long compound words. Each of those compound words consists of 3 parts. The football coach. I stress foot the most because it is the first word. The football coach. I relax on ball and coach. The football coach. The football coach gave me his cell phone number. The football coach gave me his cell phone number. Cell has a lot more energy than the word phone, and num has more energy than burr. Cell phone number. Cell phone number. So it's like having high, low, medium, low. Cell phone number. Repeat after me as you follow the red arrows up and down. The woman has a credit card. Put sunglasses on your checklist. The Russian needs a green card. The bus driver bought a plane ticket. The football coach gave me his cell phone number. Now practice these more in the repetition audio in the downloadable section of the course. What about verbs? If you have a 2-syllable verb, we often stress it on the second syllable. So it's exactly the opposite of a noun. Permit. When I say the word permit as a verb, I go like this. Permit. Like I'm flicking something because all the energy happens after the flick. Permit. And the first part is super fast. Permit. I don't spend any time on per, and I don't spend any of my energy on it. All of my energy is conserved for the second syllable because it's a verb. Permit. But if the same word becomes a noun, I'll do the opposite. Permit. Now I stress per and I relax on mit. Permit. Addict. Conduct. Let's look at the word conduct. Now, when this word is a noun, it's pronounced conduct. And I make a big mouth on the C-O-N. Con. It's a different vowel. It's a short O. My tongue goes to the bottom of my mouth, and it's very energetic. Conduct. But when I make this word a verb, that C-O-N is no longer con. It gets reduced to cun. I open my mouth less and make a short U vowel instead. Conduct. Conduct. Very fast on the first syllable. Conduct. Conduct. Lots of energy on the second syllable. Let's look at the words side by side so you can really feel the difference. Conduct. 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 Do you feel how the words have the opposite stress? Prevent. Notice that I don't say prevent. We don't need to be that clear on pre. Again, we need to learn how to relax. Pre becomes pra. We change that long E to a schwa or a short U, It's the most common vowel in English because we use it in almost every word on the reduced syllables, and it's very easy to say. Your tongue is super relaxed in the middle of your mouth, and your mouth is halfway open. In fact, Americans use this sound when they're thinking. I'm not sure. That's our easy, relaxing vowel. And you'll use it in prevent, in the pra. It's super fast and super relaxed. Pra. Prevent. Discuss. Demand. Demand. Notice I don't say demand. That would be equally stressing both syllables, which would be very un-American. The D becomes duh, which again is a schwa or a short U, that super common vowel I told you about. Demand. But we grow very big on mand. Demand. It's very stretched out. So you have a short syllable and a stretched out syllable. Demand. There are some words that can be either a noun or a verb, yet they don't change the stress. Let's look at some of those. You just have to memorize them. Copy. Honor. Market. Measure. Those words sound the same whether they're a noun or a verb. Go to the downloadables section to find more examples of such words. Example sentences. In each of these sentences, there'll be two words that are very similar, but one is a noun and one is a verb, so they'll have the opposite stress. Try to make sure you see and feel and hear the contrast between those two words. The addict is addicted to cocaine. The addict is addicted to cocaine. So addict is a noun and stressed on the first syllable, but addicted is a verb and stressed on the second syllable. Now, cocaine is an irregular noun. It's a noun, but we stress the second syllable. So we need to be aware of those types of words. You just need to memorize them. Repeat after me. The addict is addicted to cocaine. The addict is addicted to cocaine. Remember to practice these sentences again after this lesson using the repetition audio in the downloadable section. This permit permits you to camp here. This permit permits you to camp here. Have you sampled the sample? Now, the word sample doesn't change whether it's a noun or a verb. You always stress the first syllable. Listen again. Have you sampled the sample? Now, you might feel like sample went up at the end, but that's because it's a yes/no question. Let's change it to a sentence. Please sample the sample. Yeah, they were both stressed on the first syllable. Please study the study. Please study the study. Now notice that when I say study, the second syllable, which is a Y, and it's a long E sound, is very quiet and it's low energy, but it is still a long E. I cannot change study to study. That's incomplete. It still needs to be a long E. It'll just be quieter and done with less energy. Study. Study. Repeat after me. Have you discussed the problem and exchanged your thoughts? Have you discussed the problem and exchanged your thoughts? Now let's look at phrasal verbs. Americans love phrasal verbs. They're idioms where you have two words put together. The first is a verb, and the second one looks like a preposition, like in, on, out, off, but it's actually called a particle. And those particles are pretty important in the stress. We don't want to ignore them. Look over, pick out, turn down, rip off, let on. We also have phrasal nouns, which come from phrasal verbs, but with a phrasal noun, we will stress the first word more than the second word. Cut off, workout, turn off. Let's look at phrasal verbs and phrasal nouns in sentences. Notice the contrasting stress pattern between the verb and the noun in each sentence. And imitate after me. His body odor was a turn-off. It turns me off. His body odor was a turn-off. It turns me off. Of course, I wouldn't actually say that sentence because it's very repetitive, but I'm showing you two different ways to use the idiom grammatically as a noun or a verb, and notice how it's pronounced differently. I took the car in for a tune-up. I took the car in for a tune-up. The mechanic looked at the engine and tuned it up. Notice how my pitch went up a lot on the word up at the end of that sentence. The mechanic looked at the engine and tuned it up. The salesman ripped me off. The salesman ripped me off. Notice the word salesman. It's not an idiom, but it's very interesting how the word man gets reduced to mun because it's a compound noun and we focus on sales, not man. So it's not salesman, it's salesman. And mun is very low energy. Now, when I teach students face-to-face, they often have a hard time learning how to say salesman with just the right amount of energy. On sales, we go up, and on mun, we go like this. Mun. It's just super relaxing. Salesman. Don't overdo the energy. The salesman ripped me off. The car was too expensive. It was a rip-off. It was a rip-off. Ripped me off. Rip-off. She wore cutoffs. She wore cutoffs. The other car cut me off when I tried to change lanes. The other car cut me off. She wore cutoffs. The car cut me off. Go to the gym to work out. Go to the gym to work out. Enjoy your workout. Enjoy your workout. To work out, your workout. See the downloadable material to get more practice with phrasal verbs and phrasal nouns.